morning, welcome back to this video in the loft. We are finally back up here. So for those of you who haven't been following along on Instagram or listening to various bits that I've posted, it's obviously been British summertime and the loft has been absolutely boiling, so I haven't been able to come up here. So I've also had this thing of we've been acquiring stuff or putting stuff away as our daughter gets older, and it's basically taken up loads of space in the loft. So I've come up here this morning to clear a lot of that space and finally sort stuff away, rather than me quickly popping my head up in the loft, chucking it in the loft hatch as soon as I can, and then coming back down again. So whilst it's cool early in the morning, I've popped up here to just sort of have a little bit of a tidy up. So I won't show you the floor, but I physically couldn't climb to where I'm standing now when I first got here, and now I can. The layout in itself is quite messy at the moment. I've been doing some work as well over on the canal sidings bit. There's going to be a point coming up in the future where the layout itself is going to stall massively, so much so that I'm going to have to take parts of it apart. So I guess the easiest thing is to just explain why. So up in our loft, we have a chimney stack over here. This goes all the way down to the bottom of the house, where we have a big fireplace in both our bedroom and our front room / living room. And we have made the decision to get rid of this chimney breast. We don't use the fireplace or any of the bits around it, and it would massively open up our living room, which actually feels quite small, compact, and sometimes claustrophobic, simply because of how the room is dictated. So with that in mind, we are basically going to be getting rid of this chimney breast. Now, whether it's a case of we get rid of the whole thing all the way up to here, or whether they come in and don't take the chimney breast off the top and put some supports in underneath it up in the loft, it does mean that I'm effectively going to have to somehow either make a really good agreement with the builders that this can stay up and they're super careful, or I'm going to have to effectively take this corner of the layout out whilst they do the work. Now, rather than me sort of hoping that they're going to say it's okay to keep it in, obviously it's best that I plan ahead with this. So I'm just going to talk you through what I'm going to be doing that's going to cause the layout to effectively stall for a little bit. It basically means that I'm going to be cutting where this table join is and go all the way down here. If they do get rid of the whole chimney breast, it does mean that I get a little bit extra on the layout, so I can sort that out, no problem. But if it's a case of we don't lose the chimney breast, but I still need to take it out for them to do the work, then it still means that this is going to be cut. Now, obviously, there is a set of points here, so the chances are that I will probably leave the points and take them off here, and the rest of it will be cut along the line, but we'll see. So that means that there's going to be no trains running for quite some time. It also means that I'm going to be trying my hardest to get it back up and running as soon as possible, but obviously please bear in mind that it's one of those things that might not get done as quickly as I'd like it to, because obviously taking it down is going to be annoying in itself, and then you know what it's like. You can lose a little bit of your mojo simply because you've had to destroy something that you love. We'll go and have a look at the other side of the layout as well now, so that you can see the other work that I've been doing, but obviously please bear in mind there's currently a lot of crap there, but you'll hopefully get the rough idea. So over on this side, there's, as I said, a lot of crap. There's bits and bobs that I've just moved out of the way so that I could actually stand in the loft today. As I said, that's my problem, but you know what, sometimes you do need to see the chaos that ensues rather than seeing everything laid out nicely. So along this particular section, you may remember last time you saw it, there was a canal bit here, along with all the points and 4 lines effectively, 2 of which being sidings, 2 of them being the main lines. Since filming the last video, I just got more and more annoyed with it the more I looked at it, and eventually decided, you know what, I'm just going to simplify this section. And with that, I have taken all of the track out on the 2 sidings, including the 2 sets of points, and I have taken the 2 points out on the mainline section there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to secure all of this down yet, because I really need to have a think about what I want to do in regards to the fiddle yard, and this section may play a part in that. But yeah, it means that it's going to tidy this section up at least, and it will make running on this section better, because sometimes there was the point of, on this inner line, for some reason, no matter how clean the points were, the loco sometimes stalled on them. And considering the amount of pickups that a lot of my locos have, that's not necessarily a good sign. So hopefully this will improve running. As you know, I really enjoy seeing my trains running round and round. That's my main thing. So that's something as well. What that also means is there's a massive section of this wooden bit in there now. And me personally, I think I'm going to try and reduce the baseboard size. It's 2 foot deep. At the moment, I'm probably going to reduce it to 1 foot, just to free up a little bit more space, make it feel a little bit more condensed, and it'll also mean that when I put the canal in, I won't need to do loads of scenery over here, and it'll be, me personally, I'd like the idea of that nice little condensed bit. When I initially decided to build the loft, I did say that I wanted sections that didn't need to be big to not be big, and now that I don't have all of the lines coming through here, that's easily done. So I'm going to try and condense that and trim this section down. How I do that, I don't know. I think it will probably be a case of slowly cutting down the top bit of ply so that that goes down to the right size, and then working on the baseboard frame underneath as well. But once again, that requires me to clean it up. But once all of this stuff is cleared, there'll be lines running again, and I'll be able to at least run trains around the layout. And hopefully I'll get a chance to do some of that before the loft work continues. Also, with that in mind, I have been thinking a lot about my fiddle yard section. Obviously, it's the part where there's nothing visible in terms of scenery, and the idea is that there's meant to be trains that can go in and out. At the moment, it is points at either end so that I could have sidings, but I've not actually sorted that out properly, and it's been annoying me. So what I'm going to do after the summer is, once I know what's going on with the loft, I'll be able to work on the fiddle yard, and I'll be able to hopefully work something out. I'm thinking possibly of putting 3 waypoints at the beginning of each siding so that I can have 3 tracks for each line, so that there's a total of 6 different trains that I can have running if need be. And I think that'd be quite nice to have on the go. I will also sort out getting the points sorted for that as well. One of the bonus parts about that is that because I no longer have points here, I don't need to buy any new point motors or rewire anything. I just need to work out a way to do it nicely. So yeah, it's quite a short video. Obviously I've waffled on, I always do. The middle part of the layout is still done. Obviously I've not been able to get up here, and that's been one of the biggest factors of why nothing's been done really. I've got projects that I need to do with the airbrush and do some painting on some bits, and yeah, when I get a bit of time, I'll do that. But thanks for watching this video. It's been a short one, but I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you very much, and stay safe.